Hey, what's up, guys? This is Marseille, aka the Property Pastor. Look, I just wanted to do a quick update video for y'all because I just left my duplex, meeting the sheriff out there. We just served the final phase of our eviction. I posted a video a few weeks ago about struggling with this particular property during COVID-19 because the tenant was basically squatting on us, and they got evicted back in February after a couple months of non-payment of rent. But basically COVID suspended all eviction service, and once Virginia opened up for phase 3, which was pretty much July the 3rd, we opened up for phase 3. So I had my property manager get on the horn, call the sheriff up, try to get scheduled, and the sheriff was basically like, hey, you got to start all over. We didn't have to go back to court, but we had to refile for our what they call a writ of eviction. Had to pay another $25, get back in line. Crazy part was, we filed it and then they sent it back to us saying that we didn't fill it out the correct way. Just different little things, more and more headaches, just a bunch of tape. But once we got those things corrected, it took about a week to turn back around. And today, praise God, we finally met the sheriff out there and got the locks changed, got the tenant, is out. So we're finally have our unit back. We took possession today. So I wanted to just do a quick video to let you guys know that, we've been dealing with a lot of frustration behind COVID-19. And there's a lot of people out here who are struggling. But then in the instance, just to recap, our tenant, was working. They just decided they did not want to pay rent because we could not evict, by law. So, they had stopped paying rent, and then when they couldn't evict, they just squatted on us. So we ended up basically from January of non-payment until here's July. So I think Leon Johnson, a real smart guy down in Mississippi, has a saying. He says that can be a pretty expensive seminar. So I wanted to kind of do a quick video just to go over what I think kind of went wrong outside of COVID-19, because as a landlord, one of the big things is about screening tenants, and I screen every single tenant. But as I look back, there were a couple of red flags with this particular person. And, my wife kind of messes with me. I can't say the person's name, can't give it, but basically their last name, it was outlaw. It kind of went with a fugitive. So hopefully that doesn't get me in trouble saying that. I haven't given a name or anything like that. But my wife gives me a hard time because she's like, you should have known right then. And I can't discriminate based on the person's last name. But as we looked back over records, what I found was that this person did have one eviction on their record several years prior to them taking up residence with us. Probably, I think it was more than 5 years previous, but it just kind of showed that they had a, if they did it before, it's a chance they could do it again. So we've really beefed up our protocols, our screening criteria, where basically if you got any, evictions, we're not gonna deal with you, especially on a higher rent property, because if you've done that before, it's a good chance you might do it again. So lesson learned. We just make our criteria more strict, make our screening criteria more strict, and that way, because we really want to look at placing a tenant kind of like a job interview. So as we're going through and really screening tenants, we've got red flags that pop up. We're just going to move on. And at the end of the day, red flags are telling you something. That's the reason that you do your screening in the very first place. But, we felt like because the tenant had 2 jobs at the time, they were able, they on paper, they more than made enough money. And even during the eviction process, they showed that they still had 2 jobs. They came home, they went to work every single day. But because of their character, they just didn't want to pay us. And I don't know if it, you never know what people have going on in their lives. But, when it's all said and done, lesson learned. But again, we're just so grateful to finally take possession of the back of the property. That was one of the things that was kind of pulling my portfolio down a little bit. I mean, we're still in a good place because of the size of the portfolio and reserves and things like that. But just from a performance standpoint, that one was just a huge headache. So thank God we got that one behind us. We will be converting the unit back over. We got to get it painted. We got to, just do repairs and stuff like that. So over the next few weeks, we'll be getting it back up and ready to go. and we'll get it turned over with a phenomenal tenant, and keep building our business, keep building generational wealth for our kids and for future generations. Hey, thanks for checking out the video. For more great videos, make sure you like and subscribe to our channel. We got more videos that'll be coming your way, but thanks again, and I just wanted to shoot you guys an update on how things are progressing with this particular tenant. But appreciate all the folks who chimed in, who listened in, and reached out through questions, direct messages and all that kind of good stuff. So wishing you nothing but the best. Make sure you pull that trigger on your first deal. If you got questions, make sure you shoot them my way. We're here to help you guys. Love you so much. Have a great day. And this is Marseille, the property pastor, signing out.